This is the Irontrader. It is Sunday night. Now, the futures open here at 6 o'clock. That was about 35 minutes ago. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Get you all set up there for tomorrow. Now, something just a little bit off topic here. About 3 weeks ago, they closed for the season all our ski resorts. So at the end of the video, I gave a little shout out there to all the skiers. Well, this week here, we got something a little bit surprise here. All the golf courses open. So the country club right down the road from me and all the golf courses in the area here, which we have many, just opened up. So at the end of the video, I got a little shout out for you. Hope you enjoy it. This video is for information purposes only. Not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil. Let's take a look here. We have your daily chart. Now, I'm going to have a contract roll going on here. I don't know if it's really going to show up today or if it'll show up there tomorrow. We got to see how this is all going to shake out here. Okay, here we have your daily chart. Now, you can see what happened last week. This was that spike high. Now, I guess this is like about 1 o'clock or so in the morning. Israel bombed Iran, and then it just popped right up, and then they found out that it wasn't as much damage or thing. There wasn't any oil, I should say, facilities targeted, okay? So don't get me wrong, targeting people, that's never a good thing. But here we trade oil, okay, and we keep politics out of it. So what it is here they're targeting, they didn't target any oil facilities, so then oil came right on down. But if you notice that, it put in a low end of 81.13, but the previous day had an 81.06. So you had a lower low and obviously a higher high, okay? And you're holding this key 50 SMA. Now, that's what I like about it. What I don't like about it is, see this 8 SMA? See, I told you last week there that 8 SMA is going to roll over. So now, this is going to become huge resistance. So anytime this is going to pop up, this is going to be your big target, is going to be that 83.85, okay? Now, again, that can reverse just like we had here. See where it ran up here and then it came all the way down. We put a bottoming candle in here just like that, just like right there, okay? And then it rallied up and you notice that 8-day curled right back up there and then we got the price going. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen the same thing or, you know, is this going to just be fighting it all the way? And maybe that was the high right there, 87.67. So here's what we do very, very simply. Okay, watch this low, 81.13. Watch that low, 81.06. If it's lost, right here is your target. 81.02. Then what we want to do is come to this price channel. That's 80.42. That's right there. Okay, that's what we're looking for. It looks like it's moving up a little bit here from last week. It's up just a little bit. Okay, last week your price channel was 80.30. Now it's 80.42. So that's what you want to watch. And then right below it, you got 79.83. So those are your key levels there of support. If that's lost, then you're going to come over here to this 50-day at 78.68. And then you're going to come right down to that 21-day at 77.58. Okay, so those are your downside targets. But really watch this daily here because usually this 50-day has been very, very strong. And you can see how strong a 200 SMA here is. Look at the 200-day here on the weekly. See where it came down? Yeah, it popped through, but you notice that it closed all the way above that. Okay, so we got to see how this all shakes out here. But there's your key level, that 50-day. Watch that price channel, 80.42, and then that 78.83. That's going to be your downside levels. Now, on the upside, we want to watch the bottom of that candle. Okay, so you're looking at 82.55, and then we're going to look on top there at 82.84, and then we can come right here, 83.12, 83.21, and then we want to do is come over here. You look at the low here, that's 83.85, and then we have lines up very, very nicely with 83.85. So this 8-day and right here, same right now. Okay, so that's going to be very, very key. And then if you get above, you have your 84.12 on your 21 SMA. But now look at these 8 SMA, very, very strong. I show you here on the weekly. See, once it stays above, very, very strong. But when it comes down to the bottom, look how it fights it all the way. So this has to reverse back up here on this 8-day. Then we can go higher. But right now, if this rallies, just watch the bottom, watch the top. Okay, watch these two candles. Those are very, very key. And then watch that 8 SMA here. Okay, so what I usually do on this is I'll take a trade. Now, say it keeps on running up. What I do is I'll sell at least half the position right into the 8-day. Okay, so that if it comes down, I can always rebuy it. Or as it comes down a little bit, I can resell that. I can sell the other half very, very easily. But always take a profit, put it in your pocket, because that's how you're going to make money. Now, again, if you can get above, then we come up to that 84.12. Okay, so now, then what we want to look at, just say it goes above that. Then we come to the bottom of that candle. Okay, so you're looking at 84.75. We'll look to the top there, 85.51, and then we'll look to Friday's high, 85.64. Okay, and then we just keep ratcheting all the way up here. You have 86.18. You have that's 86.18 we're looking at, and then we'll come right here. You're looking at 86.63, and then you come up to 86.98. 87.10, 87.20, and then your big retest is 87.67. But what I'm talking about with this 8 SMA here, see, even though you had a topping tail, came down and closed below, look at what happened here. We had a bottoming tail right into it. Now we went a little bit higher, but it couldn't close above. Right there, it can't close above. See how strong that 8 SMA is? Very, very strong. So that's what you got to watch here on these key levels here. When that price gets below, it just wants to stay right there. And when it gets above, then it can rally good. So let's just see if we can find maybe that 8 will circle right back up here, and we can have a nice run. But again, now remember, this is a two-way trade here. So if this key levels here are lost, we just take a short, okay? So I usually, for a short, I use a SCO. Works really, really good, okay? And then we just take a short all the way down here, the same way here. Now, we look at the RSI here. Well, I should say this is nothing to write home about. You kind of hit like an overbought condition, and it was kind of holding it, and then she just came right off. Your green below your red, that shows momentum, but to the downside. That's the problem. Right here, the green is still above the red, but we've got to see how the week shakes out. I don't like this at all here, but it's early. Okay, so you have to get above this key 82.01, and you have to get above that 8-day 82.38 to make a run higher. If not, then what we do is you want to look right to the bottom of that candle. You're looking at 81.06, and then we'll come right here at 80.55, okay? But below that, we have all your 50 SMA, but we have all this here first. Now, again, it's going to be bearish if this price can't get above that 8 SMA and close above here for the week. Now, this is all the way till Friday you have, so the week hasn't even started yet, so we got to see how this is all going to shake up. Remember, two-way trade, don't have no opinion. If it does rally up here to the 8 SMA here, I take, everybody's got to trade the way they want. I'll take at least half the position right off on the trade as soon as it gets there. Okay, let's take a look here and see what's going on with natural gas. Okay, natural gas. I don't think it rolled here yet. It might get the pop there maybe tomorrow, because if you look on the futures, it was much higher than what's going on right here. Okay, so again, what do we have here? You had 2 down, 3 up, 2 down, 3 up, and now we had 3 up again. So what are you going to get? 2 down. Okay, very, very key. So it didn't look like it popped. This was the last time we had the contract roll, but it didn't. I don't think it popped till that following Monday there. So let's just see how this all shake out. But anyway, what we have now is the price is a little bit higher. So let's look at the downside first. You want to watch at 1.735. That's going to be very, very critical. If that is lost, then we can come right down here, 1.72. Then we have 1.71, 1.66, and then 1.64. And that lines up all the way here off the top of that candle where you have the 1.64. If that's lost, 1.58, there's your target. Very, very simply. Now, when we look at this 8 SMA, 1.74, natural gas is sitting at 1.75. You're just above that. You really want to close above this for the week. That would be very, very good, because you can see what happens when that gets below. It just wants to fight it. Then we have a nice 3 green candles. It couldn't hold it though, if you notice that. But now we're still above, barely above, but we're kind of like a little flat ski going on here, in the last couple of days, couple of weeks here. So let's just see how this goes. Now, what we're looking here on the upside, and you're probably stuck right in the middle, is this 1.76, and then we have right there 1.756. So these two, the 50 SMA and the 21-day, are very, very key. Okay, so if you can get above, we looked at Friday's high, 1.80, just like we had here, 1.80. That's why she stopped. Okay, 1.80. Again, if you can get above, right there, that's your target, 1.85, and then you have 1.89. And then we have 1.92 and then 1.94, your price channel going on. Now, what we do have here is you look at here, you have low, higher low, higher low, higher low. That's a very, very bullish chart, even though it doesn't look like much. It's just sideways action until she's going to break out. Now, I don't know at this time of the year, where it's going to break out and 1.59 and break back down to that 1.52. Now anything can happen. Natty gas, they don't call it the widowmaker for nothing. But when you're trading this channel like what you have going on here, usually you want to go there and retest that high and then possibly break out from there. If you do, you got a really nice target there at that 2.12 and then 2.15 here. If we can get above that 1.94 and above that key 2 level here. Okay, see that 2 level is going to be very, very key, just like we have here. Then you can go to the 21-day and then to the 100-day. But let's just see how this is all going to shake out, because you look at this pattern, it's very, very strange. Is you got 2 down, then 3 up, 2 down, 3 up, 2 down. This is a mess right here. But again, we had indecision candle Friday, another indecision on that Friday. Okay, so and then here we had a nice green candle, but it couldn't hold that resistance. That's the key. You got to close above it, not just get above it. Then we had that nice 3 green. So let's see what we have now. Again, if this does the same kind of a situation, it pulls back down, that could be a nice buying opportunity. Now, what I do is I'll come in the morning. I'm flat right now. I have no position at all in natural gas. Okay, so what I'll be doing is looking for the UNG on the upside or the KOLD there on the downside. So let's just see what happens. So on the downside, just watch the bottom of these candles here. That's what you're looking for until you get to that big retest. The upside here, just watch that 50-day, 1.756, and then that 21-day. If you can, then that's your target is 1.80 to start. Then we can ratchet up and maybe hit that 1.943. Now, your RSI, this is just pinned together. I mean, your RSI here is still looking good. You're at 47. You could go either direction. Right here, you're looking good. Here, too, on your MACD, you could go either direction, because you look at the price, you're pretty much in the center of the price channels. See? These blue lines here are price channels. Put them on your chart. They work really good. You can see exactly where everything is then very, very easily, okay? So, but again, we got to watch you right in that cluster right there. You got to either going to pop up or she's going to pop down. So don't be afraid to trade this short, and don't be afraid to trade it long. Directional trade here, very, very good. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back tomorrow morning here before 8 o'clock, and we're going to do this all over again. Now, remember, at the end of the video here, this is for all you golfers out there. Enjoy.